Hello! Today I'm going to show you how to access the Worcester Telegram and Gazette through the Worcester Public Library's website. What you'll need to start is a device with internet access. Today I'm using my laptop, but you could be using a phone, a tablet, a desktop computer. Any of those will work as long as they have internet. You'll also need your Worcester Public Library card number and your 4-digit PIN. So once all of those things are set, once you've fished your library card out of your wallet and plugged in your device, we can start. So first things first, we do need to go to the Worcester Public Library's website. So I'm going to go to www.mywpl.org. And once we're on the home page, I'm going to go to the Resources tab on that purple bar up at the top, go down to Research, and click on Online Databases. Once we're in the Online Databases page, I'm going to go down to the Quick Access bar at the top. And lucky for us, there is a quick access icon for the Telegram and Gazette through the database Newsbank. So we're going to go right ahead and click on that icon. All right, so as you can see, it's brought me into the database Newsbank and specifically for the Worcester Telegram and Gazette. Now, since I had logged in a previous session, it's not going to ask me to re-log in, but if this is your first time logging in, as I'm sure it will be for some of you, it'll ask you to log in with your library card number, which can be found on the back of your library card, and your 4-digit PIN. So once you've done that, you'll come into a page just like this one, and we can scroll down to the 3 different sources listed for the Worcester Telegram and Gazette. Now, you may be thinking, why is there 3? Why isn't there just 1? Each one of these sources, as you can see, has different dates, types, and formats. So it really depends on what you're looking for. Today, we're eventually going to get into looking for today's newspaper, and today for me is April 6th. So we'll eventually find today's newspaper, but I want to just quickly go through these 3 sources. So just in case you were looking for something different, you'd be able to find it. So this first one, as we can see, the dates that it covers is from 1989 to the present. It is a newspaper in type, and it is a text format. So what does this mean? So for this source, you would use it if you were looking for an article between 1989 and the present, and the format for this would be text only. So text only means that there's no pictures, there's no extra formatting, it's just the exact text of the articles with nothing else. Again, you would use this if you wanted an article from 1989 to the present. The second one, as you can see, has the same title, but the dates are a little different. The dates for this one is 2018 to the present. Type is a newspaper, and the format is image. So an image format, in contrast to the one before, which was only the text, the image is not only the text, but also the full formatting of the regular newspaper. So it's full color, full picture, full advertisements. It's exactly how it looks like in the newspaper. And again, we have this one from 2018 to the current newspaper. So you would look for, or you would use this source if you were looking for a more recent newspaper and you wanted the full pictures, full color. Now we're going to go to that one, back to that one briefly, but I wanted to also pay attention to this web edition article source on the bottom. So this one is a little different from the other 2 in that it is a web-only source. So a web-only source means that the material that you find in this source is articles, things published by the Telegram and Gazette that was not published in the paper, but published online. So this is most likely going to be on their website, but not in the paper itself. The dates that we have for this one is 2017 to the present newspaper. So if I were looking for a web-only article, I would find it in this last source. But enough about web only. We're going to go back up to the second source, which is the image edition of the newspaper, which we have from 2018 to the present, which is what we're looking for. Okay, so we're inside the image edition of the Telegram and Gazette. Up top, we have our View Recent Issues tab, which has today's newspaper for me and then the last 4 days. This is great if you wanted to just catch up on the last couple of days. It's right there. Additionally, you could scroll down to the calendar and you could go to, I could just go straight to April 6th right here. If I was looking for, past papers, everything in blue, all these numbers in blue correspond to an available newspaper that you can go in and look at. You'll see everything in gray is unavailable, so I can't click on any of these in the same way that I could click on a blue number. I could change the year if I wanted to go back to 2019 or 2018. But for today, since I want today's newspaper, I'm going to go back up to the View Recent Issues area, and I'm going to click on April 6th. Okay, so we're in the paper, and as you can see, as it's loading, it looks exactly the way that the newspaper looks when it's printed. It just is online. Full color, full pictures. It has the same formatting. If we were in the text-only version, it would look very different since it would only be the text. It wouldn't have all this formatting, which is why I wanted to use this one for today's newspaper, because it looks like the newspaper. There's also several other things that you can do with this option that you can't do with others. Up at the top here, we have sort of this function bar where I could search the page or the issue for a word or an article title. I can get a little bit of information about the paper. We've got resources for citing. I could email this to someone. I could select a clip to download or print. I could just straight up print a page or a clip. Same thing with downloading. I could download a full page or select a clip to download. We could save the article to a folder. I could copy the link to the page. Over here, I can go from my current page to the next page or a previous page. Or additionally, I can jump ahead or jump back to a specific page. I can also zoom in, zoom out, fit the page to the screen, and there's some extra viewer assistance on the side. So this is the image edition of the newspaper for today's T&G. I hope you're all reading and keeping yourselves busy. And if you have any issues, any questions, you can still call the library at 508-799-1655. And you can also use our Ask a Librarian function that you can also find on the website. Happy reading!